Welcome to the expert interview series. I'm really excited for tonight's show. You're going to love it. So the expert interview series has been going on for a couple of weeks, and it will continue through the end of the year. And what this is I bring guests on that give you one tip or strategy that when you actually implement it is going to give you an instant result in your business. So I have lots of different guests, and tonight my guest is Alison Heath, and she is the longevity, let me get her title, longevity rescuer. And so we're going to be talking to her. And let me just introduce myself. My name is Lisa Meisels, and I am the founder of Famana. I'm the creator of this expert interview series, and also my Empowered Living video show, which is an international show. And so I love to interview people, and that's why I decided to do this, because we're almost into 2018, and I know that there's a lot of people that are stuck or feel frozen and don't know what the next step is to take. Sometimes we bite off too much and we can't, consume it. So these are little bite-sized pieces that people can really dig their teeth into, and really get some great information and be able to take action on it. So welcome, Miss Alison. How are you?
Well, I'm wonderful. Thank you very much for inviting me. Do you?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Do you hear it?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm hearing one, but I don't know. Let me try putting that in. Okay, maybe that's
if you have a device that's next to your computer, it will echo.
Now it should be okay.
Okay, great.
How much time do we have, Lisa?
We have about 20 minutes, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just tell everybody a little bit about you, and then we'll jump in. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay. All righty. So if you have not liked my page yet, I would be really appreciative if you're watching, if you would just click the like button on my page. That would really help me out. And all right, we're going to dig in. So Alison is going to be talking about building relationships and trust as a foundation to going FUGLY. And I'm excited to hear about what this is all about. But let me tell you a little bit about Alison's history. She's celebrating 30 years as the longevity rescuer. Alison has helped thousands of individuals and physicians learn to enjoy graceful aging and youthful energy and vibrant health. Her successful integrative and holistic approach is born from her own resiliency, overcoming multiple challenges that would have devastated others. In every situation described, Alison took the valuable lessons learned and dedicated her life to raising awareness and imparting her knowledge to benefit others. Saving her leg from amputation against all odds, complete recovery from two incurable conditions, bipolar disorder and hypothyroidism. Rebuilding a dislocated and shattered shoulder without surgery are just a few of the physical aspects that Alison rose above in triumph's bursting health. She experienced great loss in her life and discovered ways to transmute grief of watching the death of her father at a young age and a painful terminal cancer of the love of her life, followed by a massive heart attack of her soulmate as he dropped dead at her feet. She has created several online programs and hosted multiple summits, and she's a longevity expert panelist and contributor to several online and print magazines. Well, that is like, you've done so much. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I made an agreement. When I decided to come into this human form, I said I want it to be experiential. So I got to experience it all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And, we only have 20 minutes. So I'm going to try to be cognizant of your audience's time and really dig into the conversation because, it's a big one. So entrepreneurs beat themselves up a lot, okay? Mm-hmm. And they are perfectionists. They really have a purpose. They have a driven purpose and a sense of necessity and a sense of drive they're self-motivated, they're moving themselves forward. And so often they will work so hard and they will like think and rethink and say they're trying to put a package together, okay, a program that they want to sell. And so this program, they tweak it and they twist it and they turn it and so on. And they keep fooling around with it until they think they have it perfect. And then they put it out there to the world and nobody buys it. And it's like so devastating because all that work, all that heart, all that hope, everything that went into it, and it just falls flat on its face. And the thing that people don't realize is that you got to have a bias for action. You've got to be able to be vulnerable and to fall on your face and put things out before they're ready. So that's part of what FUGLY means. It means effing ugly. Okay? You're putting it out there and you're gritting your teeth and you're going like, oh my God, no, this is just not cool. But in actual fact, you keep tweaking it as you go along. And that ties into a really important aspect, which is building trust and building relationships. Let's face it, okay? Whether you're in an entrepreneurial business where you're trying to put yourself out there, you're trying to offer programs to people, and you're trying to establish a brand, or whether you are working in a network marketing company and you have all the bells and whistles and the counting and all that stuff taken care of for you, and you just need to be able to market a product and to build a team and step into leadership. Whatever type of entrepreneurship you are doing, whether you're a single business owner of a brick and mortar business and so on, the fact of the matter is people don't buy companies. People don't even buy products. People buy people. People join people. People will come back to you for repeat business, Lisa, if you are credible, if you have been vulnerable, if they feel they have a relationship with you, and if they know, love, and trust you, then they're going to want to partake with you. And even if, for instance, okay, part of the work I do now, which I love because it doesn't involve any of the headaches and so on, I'm working, helping people look younger and have better skin and, you know, get over acne, psoriasis, all these different skin conditions, eczema and painful conditions, or just wrinkles and look younger. And then, you know, I've always been a superfood junkie. So I help people with superfoods and stuff like that. Well, they may not want what I have to offer. But if I've created a good relationship and a relationship of trust with them, if they know that I care more about their experience than I do about making a buck off them, then what happens is that a road of trust is built. Bridges aren't burnt. People still feel a connection and so on. And there may come a time in their lives where it's just like, I need this now. You know, I've been pushing myself against a brick wall and I'm not getting anywhere. I'd like to make some income and so on. I'd like to learn how to do that. Or, you know, I need more energy. I feel really low. Or, you know, I want to lose some weight. I've just got this like thing around my belly that I'm not too happy with, whatever it might be. And they might come back. Or it might be like you've opened a sushi restaurant and you know that not everybody's going to like sushi. But you tell all your friends, you tell everybody, you'd say, you know what? I've opened this sushi restaurant. If you want to come down for some sushi, and if they say, well, I'm sorry, I don't like sushi, you're not going to like turn them away and become an enemy of them and so on. You're going to maintain the friendship because they may have somebody visiting, coming into town who loves sushi. And where are they going to send them?
Right.
They're going to send them to you. So,
yes.
So it's all about caring. We live in a world, Lisa, that's full of suspicion. It's full of fear. It's full of cynicism. Yeah. It's full of resentment and people that have made a habit out of being miserable. Those are the people that you'd say, you know, hey, look, you want to come out and go out for a movie or dinner tonight or stuff? And they'll go, no. Or you'll say, you know, hey, did you watch the video I sent you? It's really inspiring. And they go, nah, you know, because they don't want to step out of that. And so we're in a world that's in such turmoil right now. And everybody and their dog seems to be out there. It's like, it's the same kind of thing. So if you are stepping out and you're doing something like helping entrepreneurs and leadership, all of a sudden you notice everybody and their dogs out there doing leadership, you know, and it's like, oh my God, how do I stand up above the crowd? Mm-hmm. Well, it's only one way. And that is really sincerely caring about people and building relationships. And it takes work. It's not an overnight thing. And so to do that, you want to be able to produce FUGLY. You want to be able to take action. You want to be able to go and just get yourself out there as much as you can in every avenue that you can. If you have a list of 20,000 people, email them, communicate with them. If you have a Facebook page of, say, 5,000 people or something like that, talk to them, do Facebook Lives, get out there. And it's not all about your business, and it's not all about being a curator and bringing other people in front of people. You know, I've done that with my summits for years. And my summits, you know, the first one grossed a lot of money, and then it went significantly down and down and down because people were selling programs on how to do summits, and everybody and their dogs doing summits and so on. So it became saturated almost, the market. So you really need to stay on purpose, to stay on course. And I'm a firm believer in getting it out there, whether it's ready or whether it's not. Just go ahead and get it out there. And sometimes get yourself out there without the masks on. Just take off the bloody masks and the personas and the thises and the that's and fess up. Share what you're going through, because when you share what you're going through, you can bet your little bippy there's a whole mess of people out there that are experiencing the same thing and they're too embarrassed to talk about it.
Yeah, that's such a good point. I think people feel like, you know, if you are the expert and you have people that are following you, the expert doesn't want to be vulnerable unless they're, you know, I mean, there are some really good examples of people that do this well, that actually really connect with people because they're telling them all the stuff that they've gone through and how they've overcome it now. And that works. So once you're out of the depths of your problem, then share what happened and share how you got out of it. That's, you know.
You don't even have to be out of it. As long as you're one step ahead, that's all you need to be. Just one step ahead. And, you know, the thing is, if you can be vulnerable, if you can build trust and be honest and drop the facade, which we all have a public facade, we all have a public personality and so on. The more you're able to strip that away and the more you're able to be genuine and be real. And I'm talking about, you know, just regular posts and stuff, regular Facebook Lives. I'm not talking about building I'm not talking about necessarily your business part, you know, for example, this expert interview and stuff like that. I'm talking about letting people know. I'm using you as an example, letting people know who Lisa is so that people know Lisa, trust Lisa, love Lisa. And then when Lisa comes up with an offer, they go, oh my God, I love that girl. You know, I want to take her offer, because they're bombarded with offers all over the place. Why would they want to spend money? And people are so scared about spending money right now. They have such a scarcity mentality going on. And this is the thing I love the most, because I get to choose who I work with. And I love the fact that I can look for people that have the highly successful habits that have already gone through their trial by fire and are ready. And it's funny because I look for people that don't need to make money. I look for people that see the opportunity and enjoy helping others and having money flow in. So I look for successful people that I want to work with. You know, I love customers. I got tons of customers that, you know, just want to look younger, want to feel better, and so on. Yeah. Customers are great. You know, it's like having an ATM machine. It's just ka-ching, 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 money in the bank. But the other part that's so intangible and so special is the part of being able to bring people forward. And why would you start with somebody who's hanging on to that cloak of misery, who's made a habit of being miserable, who's just hiding away, or maybe like taking a little tentative step and putting out a little program here and then going, oh, that hurt, I'm not going to do that again. And then putting out another one here and going, ouch, you know, but somebody instead who's like, I'm on purpose. I've got something going on here. I want to move forward. And I want to bring abundance in every single solitary way, because that really and truly is what it's all about. We need multiple streams of income. And so many people get stuck. They get a little blinder on. Like, for example, in my family, there's 5 physicians in my family. There's a judge, you know, and all these different things. Well, they've focused on one direction only. And they're not that happy. They're not that healthy, and so on. And if something happens, you know, if the surgeon breaks his hand, he's not going to be able to operate anymore. And his overhead is huge. And I just did a Facebook Live on what it's like commuting back and forth every day to some job and how much that robs us of our lives. Today I had to go to a doctor because, again, with the peril of Pauline experiential life I have, I was rammed by a Ram truck 2 days before leaving for 5 days in Australia. Now I'm back and I'm dealing with it. But it means I have regular appointments, kind of like a job. My job is to fix my body. So I'm driving through this snow. I'm watching cars flipped upside down and smashed into rocks. And I mean, I saw 8 accidents just driving back and forth.
Oh, wow. That's crazy.
And I was fishtailing all over the place. And I have a Mercedes that's an all-wheel drive. And it's got this little thing that shows a flashing light if it's slipping. And it was slipping all over the road. It was, wow. I was going like, you know, 20, 30, maximum 30 miles an hour, maximum. It was just like, oh my God. And usually, you know, I'm just whipping along at 70. It was like something totally different. So, you know,
that's scary.
You want to create a life. And to create a life, you gotta step out there. You've got to put yourself out there real, genuine, raw. You've got to let people know you, trust you, and love you. And get your programs. If you're making programs, get them out FUGLY. If you're building teams and stuff like that, get out there. You know, you have to have a bias for action, which you do. My goodness, you know, you're doing all kinds of programs here, there, and everywhere. But the fact of the matter is you want to keep some stuff that's going to bring you in cash flow. You need multiple streams. And in terms of network marketing, for instance, Bob Proctor calls it moral compensation. You know, Tony Robbins, Brandon Bouchard, all these leaders, they think it's the cat's meow. And you look at people like the President of the United States, big supporter of network marketing. You look at Warren Buffett, the richest man in the world. You know, and he says, if you can't make money when you're sleeping, you're going to die poor. You know, you're going to work until you're dead. So people,
great information.
Yeah, we really need to build trust. We need to get it out there. Whatever it is you're getting out there, get it out there FUGLY as can be. And you can switch it up later. You'll find out what people like and what people don't like. So you don't waste a lot of time preparing, then put it out and nobody likes it.
Yeah, no, that's the saddest thing. Well, this has been great information. I think it's really helpful for people to hear that, you know, over and over and over again. It's just really important to build relationships, especially these days when it's so crowded online and when we're just, bombarded with social media and everybody's on their phone if they're out and about, not paying attention to each other. So yeah, this has really been great. And I put your website up on the cover there. So you can find Alison at longevityrescuer.com and look and see. What was that?
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome.
Lisa, I know people would love to know about you, about your horses, about your daughter, about the things that you do and the things that, scare you, the things that make you happy. People want to know you and me and all of us.
Yeah. No, it's fun to share. It's very fun. I've been on Instagram, which is really fun because it's, it's easy to do. It's easy to show pictures. So yeah, it's fun. I do like sharing about myself, but it took a while, it took a while before I was comfortable doing that. And that's people coming from the professional or career corporate structure coming online and doing business. It takes them a while to strip away that all the layers of protection, I call it, the layers of protection that really is what we've covered ourselves up with. So the masks, like you said, and just peeling those away and being okay with it. But it's a process. So be gentle with yourselves, and great information. And you can find more information on Alison's website at longevityrescuer.com. She's got a ton of stuff, so make sure you visit that website and connect with Alison there. And thank you so much, Alison, for being here as a guest. And thank you, viewers, for coming along and listening. And there is more expert interviews in the video tab, so make sure and check that out. All right, thank you, everyone. Thanks, Alison.
Thanks so much. It's an honor. Bye-bye.